Atmospheric ionization, weather correction. Atmospheric ionization is an Israeli company that develops and applies the atmospheric ionization technology for the intervention in meteorological processes and correction of climate anomalies. The atmospheric ionization technology is based on a new theories of atmospheric and space electricity developed by Dr. Lev Ochmelnich, which takes into account that half of the energy warming the atmosphere is due to the heat released, while water vapor condenses into liquid aerosol. Ions are the main condensation nucleus in the atmosphere. Thus, by controlling the ion density and quantity, it is possible to manipulate temperature by controlling the amount of energy released in the atmosphere, and thus be able to regulate the formation of development of meteorological processes. This technology was developed during the last 20 years, with large experience in Mexico and Cuba. It is only recently that it was decided by his founders to move the company to Israel and initiate a new phase for the company. After 2 years of successful filling of the water reservoirs in the Golan Heights, it was decided to stop and turn to the development of technology in Brazil and China. In the state of Aguascalientes in Mexico, in the 5 years, water capacity was increased 4 times. In the state of Chihuahua, in 3 years, volume of reservoirs increased from 27 to 89%. In Cuba, in only 3 years after an historic drought, reservoirs went from 27 to 100%. This process began in Russia, and today the company formed a joint venture in China to implement the technology in areas as pollution dissipation and rain enhancement. In all projects, data was collected from official institutions, and certificates were provided by renowned scientific institutions. Atmospheric ionization technology can be used in different fields: rain enhancement and dispersion, control of relative humidity and temperature, pollution dissipation, fog diminution, forest fire dispersion, additional winter farming, typhoons to tropical storms, recharge of aquifers and reservoirs. The change in the process of condensation by atmospheric ionizations consists in adding ions in the atmosphere to increase the condensation's nucleus. By this, control the meteorological process to obtain the planned results. This process is controlled by ionization sites consistent of masts 45 meters high and a web of wires to conveniently emit ions at the right polarity and quantity, according to an established methodology. Sites dispersed conveniently can cover territories of hundreds of kilometers to produce the climate change required. This technology has no ecological impact, no magnetic radiation, neither chemicals are used. Atmospheric ionization equipment is authorized for use by Israeli Ministry of Environment. At all times, coordination with the local authorities allow best results for the region. Atmospheric ionization, weather correction.